finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup.
Let's talk about that last moment of victory. What were the emotions, thoughts when you saw that ball flying into the stands?
A sense of satisfaction, oh yes, we have achieved it, done. That monkey is off the back. The best feeling was actually 15-20 minutes before. We didn't need a lot of runs. The partnership was well placed, there was a lot of dew. And the stadium started singing Vande Mataram. That atmosphere, I feel, is very difficult to recreate. Maybe in this World Cup, there's a similar scenario, and once the stadium, the fans start contributing like that, it's a very difficult one to replicate. But it can only be replicated if the occasion is similar to that, and there are like 40, 50 or 60,000 people, who are singing it. So to me, it was not the winning moment. It was actually 15, 20 minutes before that, when emotionally I was very high. And at the same time, I wanted to get done with it because we knew that, we will win this from here on. It was very difficult for us to lose. So yes, it was more of a sense of satisfaction. Yes, job done. Let's move on from it.
What inspired that iconic bat twirl?
Just happened on its own. It wasn't planned. It just went up. It started moving on its own. In fact, after that, as is a trend, when you go for some endorsement work, they want to capitalize on the most recent thing. And one of that was, why don't you do the same celebration? I was like, why don't you create a World Cup? There's some things that are left at the ground, and it's actually very funny when you do a lot of endorsement work. They want you to have that thing, in your eye when you're playing a shot, and then it starts getting diluted. They're like, we want that focus. I'm like, fair enough, but where's the ball? You have to focus on something. Then the second question will be, you play your shot, you try to fake it, and you play your shot. Then be like, the bat actually moved too fast, so it's a bit blurred. So can you slow it down? I'm like, you are taking everything away from me, but you want the same situation. I'm like, why don't you just use it from the game? That's the best expression you will get, because we are not expressing ourselves there. It just comes naturally.
And it's an Indian captain who's been absolutely magnificent in the night of the final.
MS Dhoni, 8 fours, 2 sixes. Look at the scenes here. Great joy at the Wankhede. Great joy, you would say, all over India. They've been magnificent. This has been a super game of cricket.